been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They were trying to go back to Allen there. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quarterback Tankersley with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue. But to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he'll be left limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
34-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Third interception. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I feel like you and I can be in our backyard with our dads right now. What do they always say? When they're throwing us the ball, look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
there certainly is, and probably
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers take over. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Henry. That's a gain of 6.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
And 2.
My goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevon Seymour. The 20. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First down and goal at the 4-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give them the big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bosher is set to kick off.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
On the handoff.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 14. And a Panther first down.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
On the handoff.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, McCaffrey takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Open man is Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here. Panthers have got